takbir while moving, not in the standing position and not after you've reached your ruku'. So that is called takbir of movement. So this is the way it should be. Allahu Akbar. So while moving, saying the takbir. What is the ruling of the takbir, sheikh? This is wajib, mandatory. Meaning that if you purposely skip it, your prayer is invalid. And if you skipped it out of forgetfulness or an error, you have to compensate this by sujood as-sahw. So I go to the ruku' position. And what I do is the following. Allahu Akbar. Now in the ruku' position, I have to do the following. Number one, my palms of the hands are spread and grabbing my knees like this. So the fingers are spread. My back is straight. So it's not like this, and it's not stretching out downwards. The sunnah is to keep your back straight, as if someone puts water on it, it will remain. It would not spill. I don't know how bad I'm doing this or how I'm doing this. I don't see myself, but I try my level best. Do it according to the sunnah. The head, as described in the hadith, should not be pointed up like this, and it should not be tilted down like this. So it should be normal way of doing it. So this is the ruku'. Now you ask me, where should I look, sheikh? It's an issue of dispute. Sheikh al-Albani says, in the standing position, we were told to look at the prostration spot. But in the ruku', there is no mentioning of that, which made some scholars say, you should look at the spot of your sujood, prostration, like Sheikh ibn Uthaymeen. But this would be proven to be difficult, because if you do this, when you're doing ruku' and you're looking at the position of your prostration, you will find that your head is a bit tilted. So Sheikh al-Albani says, either you look between the area of your prostration and your feet, so in the middle, or you look between your feet, like so. And this area is something that is open. The Prophet did not mention, ALAHISSALAM, any specific place. The companions did not describe any specific place. So inshallah, it is more than possible to do whatever you think is best for your salat. Now, after finishing my ruku', during it, I have to repeat the dhikr. And what is the dhikr? I have to say, Subhana Rabbi al-Azim, which is mandatory. And 1 is the minimum. 3 is recommended. The sky is the limit afterwards. I can say Subhana Rabbi al-Azim. I can say Subhana Rabbi al-Azim wa bihamdih. I can say Allahumma laka raka'tu, bika amantu, laka aslamt, khasha'a laka sam'i wa basari wa 'azmi wa mukhi wa mastaqallat bihi qadami. Different kinds of dhikr you can say. The minimal requirement is 1, Subhana Rabbi al-Azim. This is mandatory. You cannot play with it. So we say Subhana Rabbi al-Azim while I'm in the ruku'. Among the mistakes people do is like this. Subhana Rabbi al-Azim. So they say it while going down or coming up. And this is not valid. You have to say it when you are totally in ruku', relaxed, every bone is back to its place, by saying Subhana Rabbi al-Azim wa bihamdih once, enough. Then while rising up, you say Sami Allahu liman hamidah, and you raise your hands again. So we raised our hands in the inauguration takbir. We raise our hands when we go for ruku'. We raise our hands when we rise up from ruku'. And this is the sunnah according to the hadith of Abdullah ibn Umar, may Allah be pleased with him, in Sahih al-Bukhari. And he's describing the Prophet's prayer, alayhi salatu wasalam. And we say, Sami Allahu liman hamidah. This is mandatory for an individual praying on his own, for an imam leading prayers, for worshippers. And I follow that by saying, Rabbana lakal hamd. Rabbana wa lakal hamd. Allahumma Rabbana lakal hamd. Allahumma Rabbana wa lakal hamd. Either one of these four does the job. And this is said by the imam, by the individual, and by the followers. Which means that if I'm praying behind an imam and he rises from ruku' saying Sami Allahu liman hamidah, I as a follower do not say Sami Allahu liman hamidah. I just answer what he has said. So I've raised or I raised and I got up from ruku' position saying Sami Allahu liman hamidah, Rabbana wa lakal hamd. There are a lot of adhkar I can say afterwards, but this is what's essential. You can say ملء السماوات وملء الأرض وملء ما شئت من شيء بعد. You can say ربنا ولك الحمد حمدا كثيرا طيبا مباركا فيه. And do I place my hands on the chest or leave it on the sides? Either way is possible. What do you suggest, Sheikh? I personally follow the hadith of Wa'il ibn Hujr, which says that whenever the Prophet ﷺ rised from ruku', whenever the Prophet ﷺ stood up, he used to put the right on the left on the chest. So now after I've risen from ruku', what is this position called? Is it sujood? Is it ruku'? What is it? It's standing up. So according to the hadith, then I should do this. The majority of scholars say no, you have to put it on your side. But there is not a single hadith that stated that the Prophet used to put his hands on his side in any position. So it's an issue of dispute, but akhi, again, this is a sunnah. You put it on your chest, you put it on your side, there's no problem. Don't make an issue out of it. Don't label people or classify people or think that people are better than you or worse than you. No. Just leave it as it is. This is the conviction. Leave them. So I'm in the ruku' position. Subhana Rabbi al-Azim wa bihamdih. Sami'a Allahu liman hamidah. Rabbana wa lakal hamd hamdan kathiran tayyiban mubarakan fih. My standing up from ruku'. What should I do now? I should go for sujood. Now for sujood, there are two ways. A difference of opinion among scholars. Should I land first on my knees or should I land first on my hands? It's an issue of dispute. And the reason of that is the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, when he said that one should not go down like a camel does when the camel wants to sit. Rather, he should put his hands first before his knees. And understanding whether the hands of a camel are their elbows or the knees in his feet, it's an issue of dispute. Either way is okay, inshallah. So, however you feel comfortable with, you should do it. I personally, due to age, due to praying on marble or stones, whenever there are pebbles in the ground, if you land from the standing position on your knees, would surely injure yourself one way or the other. For elders, it's difficult to go on their knees, especially if they have knee problems. It's always best to go first on the hand. It's like a shock absorber. It absorbs the fall itself. It eases the pressure on and the weight on the knees. So how to do this? This is what we'll, inshallah, show you now. So in order to do sujood, you will find that I'll take my glasses. Now I can't see you.